been developed by state and provincial agencies in association with the Agency for Instructional Television. Together, serving education.
Here at this lab, men and women are involved in analyzing different substances. They're given something like this, and asked to find out its contents. Oftentimes, the results of that analysis are expressed in percents. This allows the person reading the analysis to make instant comparisons with the whole. That sound confusing? Let me show you. Looks pretty gross, huh? What it actually is tomato ketchup. Now, I could tell you what the analysis report said was in this ketchup, so many grams of this, so many grams of that, but you'd probably sit there and fall asleep. But if I told you what was in here in terms of parts per hundred, percentages, that might have more meaning for you. For instance, 30% of this ketchup is sugar, pure sugar. Comparing in percentages can be very dramatic. Now let's say this is you. Let's say this is you on a bad day. What if I were to tell you most of your body is water? How much water? 70%. That's right, 70% of your body is water. Now, with that percentage, you would quickly be able to make a comparison to the whole, your entire body, and figure out that with the water gone, there wouldn't be too much of your body left. Now, this is Leona Noble. She seems to be 100% intact. She lives on a farm with her younger brother and her older brother and her sister-in-law. I wonder what she was talking to that guy about. She sure looks happy. I wonder if it had anything to do with percentages. No, probably not.
There it is. One connecting rod to our tractor. You wouldn't think that that little thing could do so much damage to an engine.
How much will it cost to fix? I hate to ask.
Not worth fixing. Tractor's old. Damage is pretty bad. Torn up cylinder walls, wrecked crankshaft, oil pan, who knows what else.
Hi, Alice. Marianne. These are for you. They're flowers.
You feel all right?
I feel good. Really good.
Anyway, we need a new tractor.
Honey, we need a lot of things. The fact is...
I know, but without a tractor, everything's gonna go down the tubes.
All right, how much?
Well, at the beginning of the year, we figured it'd be safe to spend 40% of our monthly operating budget on equipment maintenance. That's what the extension agent said was a standard.
I get the feeling you're trying to break the news gently.
Right. I figure the monthly payments on a new tractor would put us right at 40% of our monthly operating cost.
Well, let's do it then.
I don't know. That 40% is supposed to cover all equipment maintenance. If...
Na 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 na.
If we sink it into one thing only, well, what happens when we need money on other things?
Life.
Was that life in general or life in particular?
Life in general, John Richards in particular.
Oh, I've seen him. Big man on campus. Student body, everything.
So this guise would cause you to float in here?
More than that, I was waiting for the school bus, and he comes up to me and he asked me if I'd like to go with him to the senior prom.
What did you say?
Is he serious?
All right. So when is this clam bake?
The end of next month. I need a new dress. I've picked one out. Look. Isn't it a knockout?
Leona, you have to have a certain kind of figure to wear a dress like this.
Yeah, like longer legs.
My legs are long enough.
Yeah?
Yeah, they reach the ground.
Okay. How much?
$180.
What?
Well, marked down from $196.98.
For one dress? What's wrong with that dress you wore to our wedding?
Brother dear, that was 2 years ago. You may not have noticed, but I have grown a little.
It's still a good dress. Let it out or something.
It's a little girl dress. I'm talking about the senior prom. I'll be there with seniors. I can't go dressing like I just got off the good ship Lollipop.
And you can't go in any $200 dress because we don't have the money.
I have my own money. I received a check for $250 from Mom and Dad's trust fund. I'll use that.
You know as well as I do that money's supposed to buy most of your school clothes for next year. The whole year. You can't blow 70 to 75% of it on one dress.
It's my money.
For school clothes. That's it. End of discussion.
Maybe instead of going to nuclear weapons right off the bat, you could try and negotiate this.
This is great. A broken tractor, bills coming out of her ears, and she wants a $200 dress?
Like the girl said, ah, life. Here, these are for you. They're flowers. Scoot over. If it's any consolation, I think you do need a new dress. But I also think that Hollis has a point.
I know. As much as I hate to admit it, he's right. When he puts it like that, 70% of my clothing budget for just one dress, well, it puts it into perspective. I guess I just won't go to the prom.
You know, you and your brother are exactly alike. It's either or with you guys all the time. Now, I agree with you about your old dress, but I also happen to think that this one is a bit much for a 15-year-old, senior prom or no senior prom. Now, I'm sure if you looked around, you could find a nice dress for a reasonable price.
You don't understand. I have to have a knockout dress. I can't disappoint John by going to the prom in some Mother Hubbard outfit.
Oh, give me a break. Of course I understand. I also understand that it's baloney, but it's no use trying to convince you of that. Go ahead and look for a knockout dress. Hold the price down to, say, 30% of your total budget.
30%. Do you have a felt tip pen?
Sure.
$75. That ought to find something.
But remember, once you spend the money, it's gone. We have the same kind of problem with the tractor, and I suspect we won't have much money to give you later when you decide you don't have enough for school clothes.
Okay, it's a deal.
Everybody says I'm a klutz. Well, I'm not a klutz. Well, okay, 20% of the time I'm a klutz, but not all the time. I just don't understand why everybody says that. Hi, can I help you? Don't mind that. Okay, let's start all over again, okay? Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I was window shopping and I saw your sign about these dresses being reduced by 35%.
Yeah, it's a pretty big chunk off the price.
Well, this dress is marked $89.98. Is that with or without the 35%?
Oh, someone forgot to remark the tag. I can work it out for you if you want me to. Okay, that's $89.98 times 35% or 0.35. That equals $31.49. Subtract that from $89.98 and you get $58.49 plus 5% sales tax. Not a bad price, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know. This material feels kind of funny.
That's because it's fake. It's 20% dacrylite, 20% polythrosol, and 45% acrylic something or another, and 15% who knows. Anyway, it's all made of petroleum of some kind or another.
Well, I was looking for a dress to go to the prom in.
Prom? You could dig ditches in this dress. Just throw it in the washing machine and it comes out as good as new. It's rust-proof, rip-proof.
Like I said, I was looking for a prom dress.
This is a prom dress.
Well, I guess I'll just look around some more.
Okay, if you need any help, my name's Myrna.
Okay, thanks. I looked around and I didn't find anything, so I figured that making the dress would be cheaper. It was. The pattern and the material figured out to be about 19% of my budget. But then I realized that neither you nor I sew well enough to work with silk. By the time I added the cost of getting somebody to make the dress, well, I was back over 50% again.
You ought to do what Hollis did about the tractor.
We're talking about dresses, not tractors.
Well, maybe, but it's sort of the same. We needed a tractor and didn't have enough money to get one. You need a dress and don't have enough money to get one.
What did he do about the tractor?
He rented one, just long enough to plow up the back field.
Rented one. Sure, rent one.
Wait a minute, you're not thinking of renting a dress.
Sure, there are places that rent that formal stuff.
Don't you think this is going a little bit too far? Is going out with John Richards worth all this hassle? Forget I said it. Okay, tomorrow after school, see if you can rent a dress. Call me and I'll pick you up. But remember, once you spent the money, it's gone.
Leona could have gone out and bought that first dress, the one from the magazine. $180 isn't an outrageous amount to spend for a formal dress that's also a knockout. But when she realized that the price of that dress was about 70% of her clothing budget for the entire year...
Well, it puts it into perspective.
You bet.
I figure.
Hollis and Mary Ellen know they need a new tractor. But should they spend 40% of their monthly operating budget on tractor payments?
I don't know. That 40% is supposed to cover all equipment maintenance.
Percentages will help them decide. And that's what percentages do. They can help you compare things.
Hi, Mary Ellen. I stopped by this formal wear shop and I found this really great outfit. It only cost $35 to rent. No, but it's the swellest looking outfit you've ever seen. Much better than what I had in mind. Oh my gosh. What? No, listen, something just came up. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll call you back. Bye.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I didn't have enough money in my school clothes budget to buy a really nice dress for the prom. So I decided to rent one. And then I saw this.
Rent one?
What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Guys rent tuxes all the time.
Yeah, but why go to all the hassle? I mean, it's not law or anything that you have to get all dressed up.
Oh, right. I'm supposed to go in a regular sort of dress while you go looking like a penguin.
What, this? I only wear one of these things because, well, the girls expect it. The girls' families expect it.
I don't expect it. I mean, I expect it to look nice. Do you have a suit?
Yeah, pretty nice one.
What color?
Sort of blue.
The one with the vest? I've seen you in that.
What are you getting at, anyway?
Well, what say you and I go look around for a dress for me? Something to go with that blue suit.
Where'd you come up with the idea of renting a dress anyways?
My brother had a similar problem.
You needed a dress?
No, he needed a tractor.
I don't understand.
It's a long story.